So today is day 5 of my visual weight loss journal, and it has been a very sad day. My best friend's husband is in the army, and they were just transferred to Alaska, of all places. Not even, out of country place. Although the army does actually, for some reason, consider Alaska foreign land. So when they had to go, they actually had to get passports for her and their son. But anyway, they're probably just boarded the plane. I believe they had a flight at 6:30. It's 6:48 now, so they've got like a 7-hour plane ride ahead of them, and it was really sad saying goodbye. I didn't think I would cry. I went over to my mom and daddy's house because they had to get the car clean and everything, because they have restrictions on how they'll ship it and all this. So they had to take the car up there and everything, and then I didn't think I'd cry when she left, but I actually did kind of cry. And my mom's like, it's not gonna be that much different from her being down in Fort Benning, but her in Fort Benning, she was only 2 hours away, not a whole 5 days away, or 7 hours by plane away. So it was really sad. But she loves butterflies. She's a butterfly freak, and for her to part with a butterfly is a major thing, of any type of butterfly, on anything. And she gave me this before she left. I have an obsession with shot glasses. That's my shot glass case. I actually, let me get back to where it was. Sorry about that. The first shot glass I ever got, I believe I was 8, and I just thought it was a cute cup. And my mom said, okay, she didn't know what it actually is. And for the longest time, I called it a shock glass, SHOCK, instead of a shot glass. I don't know why. But she knows that I love shot glasses, and her husband was packing up one of his, that he really liked, and she said, give me that one, and she ended up giving it to me, so I would have her, have something butterfly that had actually belonged to her. And I gave her a little TY bear that's called Huggy or something. Says something about missing me or hug me or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't done too bad on my eating today. I probably shouldn't have eaten a foot-long sub. I should probably just eaten a 6-inch, but I was really hungry and I was really kind of depressed, and I had a few Oreos and a few Rice Krispie treats. I'm about to go make dinner, which was going to be barbecue chicken, which is a good choice, but my mom decided she wants me to cook country fried steak. So that's just a bunch of oil and flour, but hey, I'm getting more and more excited. I have only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's basically 3.5 days until I leave for Florida, and I actually asked her if she'd rather go to Florida with me, and she said yes, and she was trying not to cry. But I'm planning on coming to visit her next summer. It'll be my first plane ride. It was funny, I told her that I would not come visit her unless she lived in a cabin. I was just joking. And I guess she said she forgot about it, but when she was looking at houses, she came across this cabin that she was like, oh, I love this little cabin. And I'm like, oh, you picked a cabin just for me. And she's like, oh, I forgot about that. But yeah, so I'm planning on trying to go see her for a graduation present to myself, because I'm supposed to be graduating with my paralegal associate's degree hopefully in June of next year. And I was thinking about going in April, right after classes ended and near her birthday and everything. I'd say before it got too hot, but it's Alaska. So she said it was 95 here all today, and she said it's supposed to be in like the 50s by the time they get to Alaska. So she's like, wow. And she's infamous for wearing flip-flops or no shoes at all. And her dad looked over at me, he goes, I bet she starts wearing shoes in Alaska. And I said, yes, she's probably going to. But, so, yeah. And they ended up having to keep their dog with his parents in South Carolina because it would have been like $900 to ship their dog out there. And that really, I think, broke her heart. She loves her dog. His name's Bear. He's a purebred golden retriever. And she loved that dog. And I knew... And she was afraid she was going to have to just completely get rid of him. But I'm glad that her in-laws were able to take him instead. So, you know, he's not just gone to some strangers, although she doesn't much care for her in-laws. But yeah, so it's been kind of a sad day, and I actually was crying. My mom had called me. She heard something about a robbery on Dogwood Drive up here in Conyers, and she didn't know where I was. She knew I'd gone to see Jack, but she didn't know where I'd gone. Luckily, I had gone the complete opposite way. But so it's kind of been a solemn day. But yeah, I plan on going up there, you know, and I think she's coming down in a few months. I think she's probably going to come around for Christmas. And Jason, that's her husband, he is actually scheduled to be deployed in probably the next couple of months, which she's like, that completely sucks. They send us to Alaska and then take the reason we were sent to Alaska away. So, but because of the Army, they won't let her come back down to Fort Benning or anything. She has to stay in Alaska. But yeah, so I called my dad, and I always knew that he wanted to go to Alaska, and so I called my dad, and I figured he'd say no, but he actually said he'd probably go to Alaska with me next summer, so that way I don't have to get on and play by myself. And he said, I never knew this, but he said the one place my grandfather never went that he always wanted to was Alaska, and he said, you should probably ask your grandfather if he wants to go too. So this weekend when me and my dad are probably going to go visit him, because we had talked about the fact that we hadn't gone in a while. I'm probably going to see if my grandfather would like to go to Alaska too, and the only problem with that is what he's going to do with my grandmother. She's kind of, he can't really leave her. I guess she'd probably stay with my aunt. But yeah, so he might want to go to Alaska with me, so I'll have my granddad and my dad with me, hopefully, and so I won't be too terrified of the plane, and I'll hopefully be a lot more skinnier, and I won't be, you know, really uncomfortable, because, you know, I can't afford anything but economy or coach, and even coach, possibly coach, most likely going to be economy. But yeah, so today's been, yeah, it wasn't really real when she first told me that she was going to Alaska. You know, it was just like, it was months away. She found out she was going to Alaska in like March, so it was like 6 months ago. It's just, now it's real, and it's really very sad, and I'm actually I'm trying not to cry now. But yeah, so that's been my day. I hope y'all have done a little better on your eating than I have. I didn't do horribly bad. It was just the bread. I ate too much bread, and that was really all that was wrong today. So yeah, I still wish you all luck, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.